everyone, I'm Mariya, and I was recently pitched by a startup that promised me an AI-powered standing desk that would automatically learn to order my lunch. That's how you know AI is way overhyped. So to be clear, if you define AI as human-level intelligence, then we technically have no AI today. That's because as humans, we have creativity, emotional intelligence, psychosomatic intelligence, all kinds of intelligence that machines don't have. But they are catching up. So I created this handy guide to help you think about different types of machine intelligence. Unfortunately, what a lot of people pass off as AI is really in level 1. Level 1 is systems that act, which are rigid, rule-based systems, basically rigid automations, kind of like your fire alarm or your cruise control. So you wouldn't turn on cruise control, take your hands off your steering wheel, and expect to have a self-driving car. The level after this, level 2, is systems that predict, which are systems that use statistical methods to turn data into predictions. So you can, for example, look at customer behavior and predict who will churn and who will stay engaged. But the problem is that with all systems of intelligence, there's a really, really big challenge. And the challenge is garbage in, garbage out. So if you feed an algorithm bad data, you will get bad results. You may have heard terms like machine learning or deep learning, and those technologies belong in the next category, which is systems that learn. The key difference of this level is that computers are able to perform tasks without being explicitly instructed on how to do so by a human expert. So for example, image recognition used to be really, really difficult for computers. But with modern algorithms, they're able to analyze millions and millions of images and then detect mathematical patterns that differentiate objects from each other, and they don't need to be explicitly encoded. The system after this is systems that create. So AI has been used to make creepy images like this one made by Google Deep Dream. It's also been used to make poetry, music, and I included a funny little story that AI generated about a photo in the next slide. He was a shirtless man in the back of his mind, and I let out a curse as he leaned over to kiss me on the shoulder. He wanted to strangle me, considering the beautiful boy I'd become wearing his boxers. The next level is systems that relate. So computers are being taught to detect our emotions via text, via voice, via facial expressions, via body language. The sixth level, the next to last level, is where humans belong. So humans belong in the systems that master. So systems that master are able to understand concepts very quickly with very few examples. You know immediately that all of these images are of a tiger, but it would actually take a modern algorithm to train on thousands and thousands of examples, and even then, they sometimes struggle with conceptual tasks. So the final level is systems that evolve, which are systems that can dynamically change their own software and hardware. We can't do this because we're constrained by our biological brains. But as soon as we do invent these systems, we will effectively have invented superhuman intelligence and reached the, quote, technological singularity. Is that good? Is that bad? I can't tell you for sure, but what I do know is the way we design our systems today will dramatically change how our systems of tomorrow behave. And I think the only way we're going to be successful is if we come together as a community and we design technology in an inclusive way that is successful for all humanity, not just a select few. So, thank you.